Welcome back once again to this channel. Aspire to attend. Today, I am likely to discuss the new genre that is Dalit literature. In this genre, I am going to discuss the famous short story of Baburao Bagul. And the name of the short story is Mother. Actually, if we go into this genre, we must have to remember that the term Dalit comes from the Sanskrit word Dalita, which means downtrodden or which means depressed or oppressed people. So, Dalit people are those people who are oppressed, who are not having access into the common amenities of living a comfortable life. In every sphere of life, they are oppressed. Oppressed in the sense they are oppressed by the upper class people, by their own clan too, and even by their own psychological crisis too. In Babura Bagul's famous story, Mother, we see the reflection of the oppression of the Dalit people. Here, especially, we will see the mother character. Actually, this book was written in Marathi in the name of Ai. Whenever it was translated into English, then the term mother is used in the place of I. So here we see that the mother figure has not given any specific name. In fact, she is utilized here. She has been utilized here to mean the universal motherhood, and her drudgery, her sacrifice to sustain her life, and her sacrifice to make the future of his beloved son are shown here very clearly. But finally, we see that this mother figure becomes the victim of the upper class people, and at the same time becomes a terrific victim patriarchy. That patriarchy comes from her husband and from her son too. Here, she has not been given any importance, though she went through all kind of stultifying experiences. Even she eluded the grasp of the oppressive hands of the upper class people. But in spite of her stamina, she has not been given any respite to live a comfortable life. In every sphere of life, we see that social custom, patriarchy, tradition, political oppression, religion, economic condition, etc., oppresses her mentality in such a way that he finds no place to live of her own. And here, Baburao Bagul has given such a terrific presentation of the entire motherhood and their stultifying effort to build a future of their dependents, and their excruciating pain in running a family where the husband is totally out of work. After Black Panther, Baburao Bagul gave a huge boost to the movement of Dalit Panther, where he showed that the women, or especially the Dalit women, are the most victim among the Dalits. They are most victim because they faces the traditional, cultural, religious, political, economic oppression. At the same time, they also faces the torture of their own clan. May it be their family members, may it be their sons or husband or daughters or etc. And the discrimination that the women face in a household life are painful and agonizing. Baburai Bagul Baburao Bagul felt that women should be given proper exposure to come out from this stultifying condition, and therefore he took up the pen and wrote down this famous, beautiful pen picture of the mother, and he formed a beautiful family where there is Pandu, the son of the mother, and of course there is a husband who is most oppressive and who inflicts inhuman, ruthless torture on the mother. Whenever in town, the father, I mean the husband of this I or the mother, was diagnosed with tuberculosis, and as a result, he becomes totally out of order. He does not earn anything, any money to run the household activities quite smoothly. So in such a situation, the entire responsibility comes upon the mother figure. I mean the mother who is actually the main bread earner of this family. But whenever he is going through perpetual labor, he faces abuses from husband, and even not only husband but also from her own son Pandu's too. So here we must have to remember that Pandu does not like his mother at all, because some of the pre-existent ideas or notions that he inherits from the school. If we look into the story, we can see that at the very beginning of the story, we see the little boy Pandu is attending a class, and his teacher was teaching a poem on the theme of mother. Whenever he hears the lines uh, uttered by the teacher, he becomes totally allured by the characteristics, by the qualities of a mother figure, and he tries to compare her mother's characteristics with the characteristics enshrined in the poem. But everything seems unmatched to him, and he does not have the capability of making any kind of match between the characteristics, between the motherly characteristics of his own mother and the mother in the poem. And here he feels a psychological crisis in himself. Actually, the crisis that is built in the mind of Pandu is the pressure of the oppressive power inherent in the outside society. In the outside society, we see that there are various opinions, there are contagious opinions, and they mixed up in a quite puzzling way to create confusion in the childish mentality. And here we find the same type of attitude in the mind of Pandu, because he is unable to match his mother's qualities with the qualities of mothers in the poem. But whenever he goes to school, her schoolmates or friends always berate him, always humiliate him in such a way that his mentality becomes quite vitiated. Of higher class, he says Pandu and others that don't touch Pandu, any of you. My mother says Pandu's mother sleeps with the Mukudam like this. And this is the quote that I have just mentioned here. And this line, in fact, creates quite a confusion in the mind of Pandu. So that's why he feels that everyone around him are straying sly cast on him, and they are all just bantering him. So therefore he does not like her mother anymore, and gradually Pandu become to feel that maybe her mother has some negative points that most of the people are always mentioning about. After school, when Pandu comes to home, he sees that in his houses there are many pots, and in every pot the cockroaches are spilled out. From there comes out swarm of flies and stains that are quite vomiting to Pandu. But he is somehow going to have a bite on some of the staple bread, because has nothing to fed up in such a situation. And it is not the story of the Pandu, rather it is the story of all the people who are living in this caste ridden society. Pandu then starts to observe her mother, and he finds that her mother is not just like her earlier self. That means that her mother has taken a huge change, and it is the change that is reflected in the words and speaking of her mother. His mother is the earning member of the family, and he is now quite harsh and quite strong, because always patriarchal hands pounce on him to capture her female grace. But somehow the mother tries to manage herself and try to remain chaste. But in spite of his effort, Pandu's father does the opposite behavior with the mother. The father suspects that probably the mother had some illicit affair, had some extramarital affair with others, and that's why he's selling his own beauty and female grace to earn. The father was hitting iron with the expectation of defacing uh, his wife, because father suspect that probably the mother or the wife had some illicit love affair with other men, and if he defile her, if he impose any kind of mark on her face and make her ugly, then she will never get any more customer to sell his own beauty, to sell his own body. So that's why the father was hitting the iron. But unfortunately, the mother wakes up and saves himself. And then mother rants vehemently. But whatever he said, whatever she said, were beyond the anticipation of the father. And even the father did not pay any attention of her sacrifices. The mother said that he sacrificed everything. He worked just like a beast from day to day, but still now he has not been given any importance in the family. Everyone suspects him, though she claims that she is chaste and she is not doing any kind of immoral activities. But the suspicious mind of the father is not at all willing to agree with the opinion of the mother. In this context, Babulai Bagul said about the behavior of the father. His eyes would constantly seek proof of her infidelity, proof that she was indeed an adulteress, and often those suspicion ridden eyes would perceive a change in the way she looked at him, or the way she walked, or in great fury she would ask, "Your sari looks as if you have worn it in a hurry. Your hair's coming loose. Where are you, slut?" And these are the articulations produced by the father, and these are the open attack into the chastity of the mother, and as if he is clearly saying that she is a prostitute and she is a slut. In spite of such type of oppression, mother withstands all attack for the sake of his son Pandu. For the sake of the future of Pandu, mother upholds everything coming from her husband, whether the behavior is quite harsh or rude or inhuman. But mother behaved quite normally, and endured all kind of mental torture. One day, mother bought some beautiful clothes for his son Pandu and asked him to wear the same. And Pandu harshly reacts, "Whore, I spit on your clothes." So this is the quote which I have mentioned here, where Pandu says that, "Whore, I spit on your clothes. I don't like your cloth, you prostitute." And this is the attack. This is the scathing attack that shattered the entire world of the mother. The mother, who had quite a futuristic, who was quite ambitious about the future of his son. But whenever her son gave her the scathing attack, she broke down totally. Then she talks to herself, and this speech was quite crucial one. I am just quoting here. The mother asked to herself, "Son, you called me a whore and went away. You hurt me more than your father ever did. Was it for this that God sent you to me? You have all tortured me. you, your father, the man in the street, all the women. For you I waded through hell. So this is the finishing line that mother says, and so far we come to know that this is the terrific picture of the mother who sacrifices his own life for the betterment of his son, but does not get any kind of remark, any kind of appraisal from